It was a feature of the ritual of worship in the Vedic age. To be honest, this kind of custom is unique and common in no other country. The Persian community worshipped Agni. But the Vedic ritual is different. In the bosom of the nature of this hymn, the sage of that time discovered the source of power or beauty, and composed the dawn for him by imputing divinity to it. The name is Sattva, thus occupying the seat of the fire god. He is neither a god nor a priest, because Agni was offered to other gods. Vai assumed the position of the deity, Jalan the god Varuna assumed the position. He is also the source of great power in the sky. The Rangima of the morning sky bore the sage's mind. He was also called Usha and attained divinity. He has held the position of God named as the earth and the sky. The Vedas were born out of the dawn that was composed for these and other gods. This main part of the Vedas consisting of sukkas is called Sanhita. Another part has been added to it. Later Vedas were composed in ancient languages. We call it Vedic language because it is used in Vedas. Now the offering of respect or the offering of prayers is not done by reciting hymns. It has some side effects. In the Vedic period, the anthenic part mainly took the form of yajna, danar. The materials of this yajna were very simple. An altar was built. Ati was offered. A creeper called Somar grew in those days. Its juice was also thrown to the gods as Ati. Now there are different types of sacrifices. Some were called Agnisthomar, some Jyotitam, some Vishwajit. Again, there were different names based on how long a yajna lasted. For example, a yajna that lasted more than 12 days was called a satra. Brahman originated to prescribe these rules and regulations. There is a detailed description of how to perform various sacrifices in this Brahmangali. For example, the Aitreya Brahmana of the Rigveda describes the Rajasuya Yajna. The Brahmanas are written in Sanskrit. The Apastambas Rota Satra says, Mantabrahmanyobdinamdhing, 24.1, 316, i.e. in the Sanhita section there are saints and Brahmans where the rules of sacrifice are prescribed in the Vedas. A number of mantras have been composed simultaneously. But we know Aranyakas and Upanishads are also part of Vedas. They also have to assume the part of Brahmins. If not, they are left out. Actually, according to Vedic tradition, Aranyakal is part of Brahman and Upanishad is part of Aranyakar. So Jamini says that the name of Veda Bhaga beyond mantra is Brahman. Mimsa Sutra, 2133. Although the Aranyakas and Upanishads are parts of Brahman, they have inherent characteristics. In this context, it is necessary to mention that the entire literature is divided into two parts, namely mantra, Brahmana, Aranyakar and Upanishad. One is action and the other is knowledge. Makande has matters related to yajna.